You know, you can just kind of follow your gut. Your gut is often going to lead you in a decent direction, and then you apply reason after that, and you say, okay, was that a good choice or a bad choice?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify, because like the stigma behind sex work is like, it's bad, right? Everyone just says like, it's bad, but
it's not good. It's not. I wouldn't say it's good, but
I think it's good.
Do you really though? Or, I mean, the way you ask the question makes me suggest perhaps you have some doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, I worked in corporate. I had that lifestyle, and I compare that to how I live my life now. I'm way happier now, and people don't like to believe that. I think it makes them really mad when I say that. But like my lifestyle now, like I'm my own boss. Yeah. I'm not constantly shit on by other people. I mean, I'm constantly I'm constantly shit on by other people, but I'm happy. I'm like genuinely happy.
Perhaps. Yeah. I do believe you that you feel that way, at least a lot of the time. The thing is, if that weren't the case, then bad things wouldn't be tempting. Like, of course, bad things give you a sort of euphoria, actually, for a period of time. But the longer-term consequences of that, like, for instance, forestalling meeting Mr. Right, and, perhaps forestalling having a family, or carrying with it some kind of stigma that is natural and is probably never going away as long as society continues to exist. These are difficult choices that if there weren't temptation, no one would do it. Right?
I appreciate that.
I also have like a genuine question about something you said earlier, and I do want to hear from like everyone else here also. But I think it's like 100% valid that you said like you in a relationship is a completely different person from what you present yourself to be online. And I just wanted to like ask, why would you want to present yourself to the whole world like someone that you aren't?
I think it really depends. It depends on who I was then when I initiated, which I was 18, and who I am now and who I've developed into being. So at that time when I was 18, I was a lot more freeing in the sense that I was trying to like get out of the house. I was trying to move away from my mom, and for that reason, I had a different identity, just as anybody does when they're 18. And in addition to that, I wouldn't want to present myself entirely as somebody who's so open about either her ass or her tits or whatever else as I do online for the growth of either income or fans. But I do think that it does help me in the sense of I've gotten confidence in it. I've gained extreme amounts of confidence. I've also become very happy from it. The fruition that it's brought on to me from doing this type of work is beautiful. It's just so much just like freedom. It's been a lot of financial gain, obviously, but it's not something that I'd want anybody else to also experience. I don't think that's like...
Why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to most girls.
Because it's not good, unfortunately. I do disagree. I don't think it's good. I think it's actually not good at all, but I think it does bring goodness. I think it can bring goodness to girls like us.
I think it brings financial freedom.
And it gives you money. It gives you money. There's no one's disputing that.
That's all it is. But it's not going to bring good. I think it's a disgusting addiction for a lot of people. It's a disgusting world for a lot of people.
And also the perspectives that we all have on men after seeing what goes on in the chats.
I disagree with that. I'm sorry.
I disagree also.
I have to disagree.
No, of course. I just think like...
I disagree also.
Yeah.
Well, I totally agree.
I think you should like...
I'm with you.
That's a great answer. I just think it varies. I think I love what I do. I'm not saying that I hate what I do. I absolutely love what I do.
But you kind of do.
No, I don't dislike what I do.
It's good to acknowledge both sides of it.
I acknowledge both as a devil's advocate.
Because you're basically saying like, oh, it's not good. Like you're contradicting yourself.
I'm not
like if you watch this over again, you'll see that you're contradicting yourself. You said that it's a good financial gain, but then you said
something can have a benefit and a risk as well.
Yeah, no, you clarified, right? Which you said it gives you good money, but it's not a good thing.
I think she's saying mentally it can have a toll on you, but financially it's very freeing, and I think I'm agreeing with her on that. Mentally, everyone's different. So you mentally can feel totally different than how she can feel, and then how I can feel and how she can feel.
Yeah. So I totally agree with you. You're obviously totally right. Yeah. So but you're getting a lot of money, and money is great. And listen, there have been periods where I made a lot of money, and I like buying nice suits, so that's great. But is money ever worth it? If you're doing something that you're saying is intrinsically bad, it messes with my psyche.
There's a degree in which I go with it, though, to allow myself to feel like this is where I'm going to draw the line.
Yeah, of course. And then the line kind of moves often in these sorts of things.
No, my line was drawn at the beginning and was never moved past that.
And that's good.
So, like, for me, that's that. I don't know for everyone else.
And it's not just about money. Some people just like being a slut.
Do they really?
I do.
Do you?
So do a lot of other girls.
I do too.
Really?
No, you don't. I do enjoy it.
No, you don't. What do you enjoy about it?
I like the attention. I just like
you like the attention,
sure.
you like looking pretty and getting your hair done.
Pleasure.
Sure. Yep. Everyone likes sexual pleasure, but does that?
So it's not just about the money.
But couldn't you? If you got married, you would get all of those things. You'd get a much better version. You'd get better sexual pleasure and sexual pleasure brought to fruition.
A routine.
And you would get someone paying for your hairdos, so you would look pretty, and you get plenty of attention from a man who actually loves you, instead of a man who's using you, and men who you in turn are using.
But I just don't want to be married right now. Like, I just want to play the field and be a hoe.
But you said you're not really dating anyone. You're not really playing
I'm
the field.
But there's some hot guys out there.
They're out there, but you're not dating them.
This is only the past few months, so I've been busy. But hey, I'm not opposed to it if a hot guy with a nice
bank account.
She said bank account.
A nice package comes around and knows how to use it. Then let's do it, dude.
But what about what you just said on how it's a bad addiction for most people?
I think it is a bad addiction for some people.
Do you feel bad about leading guys or encouraging this addiction?
I do, and the only reason is because I've worked on this for 3 years, and not to highlight too much of what's happened in my personal life recently, but my personal life and my business life or my sex work life unfortunately has really crossed paths. Not because, people want to sleep with me or anything like that because of my job, but if anything, people become stalkers and people become addicts to who you are online, and that's happened really obsessively for me in the past 2 weeks.
That could happen anywhere though. I was a waitress and I had stalkers then as well, but I don't think it's bad.
You don't think it's bad to have a stalker?
No, I'm saying the industry and doing sex work, it's not bad. You can have an addiction to literally anything. And I would argue that it's actually a good thing for some people.
To be addicted to pornography?
No, just
I don't think porn addiction
in
exists.
general, but they just have the biggest...
You don't?
No, I don't.
There were just the biggest conventions for porn. I attended both. And there's a lot of people who, have disabilities and maybe they can't go out in the real life and meet girls. So they like to have that one-on-one connection and get that experience with a woman on OnlyFans, and it makes them really happy, and I love meeting them. And they're not these creepy guys.
They are creepy guys.
No,
every one
they're
of them,
not
every single
creepy.
One. They are, because they're engaging in a totally self-directed sexual act,
so I have
and
a
they're
question.
making an idol out of you.
So I have a question. Have you ever watched porn?
Listen, I was an atheist for 10 years. I was single, dated some girls, did some bad things.
So we can say that you're creepy too if you're going to say everyone who watches porn is creepy.
It is certainly a creepy act to look at pornography, yeah.
Masturbating is so normal.
There's two meanings of the word normal. There's normal everyone does it, and there's normal a standard that you would say, a norm, And so it's normal in the sense that a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people do it, but it's not good, right? No one's proud. No one ever writes home, "Hey, Mom, do you know what I did this weekend?" It's very shameful because it's disordered and unnatural.